Board of Public Works and Safety meeting for April 28, 2026. Call to order, roll call please.
John,
Here.
Dave,
Here.
and Bob.
Here, I'm sorry, I didn't look close. All right. Utilities, request for adjustments.
Minutes first.
Oh, I'm sorry. I already had check mark on it, I am so sorry. Approval. You know, that's what we have. Approval of minutes for April 14th, gentlemen, is in front of you for the approval of salary.
Make a motion to approve the April 14th meeting minutes as written.
Second motion.
Motion is second for the approval of minutes for April 14th, roll call please.
John,
Aye.
Dave,
Aye.
and Bob.
Sorry about that. Okay, now let's go to utilities. Request for adjustments, I think we have two in front of us. One is for 1001 South Main. It's a leak and the customer replaced the line. We have everything in front of us, it looks like it's $832.79.
Make a motion to accept the adjustment in the amount of $832.79.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and second to approve the adjustment for 1001 South Main. Roll call please.
John,
Aye.
Dave,
Aye.
and Bob.
Aye. We have one for 913 South Water for $530.44. And looks like that's been, the data's been ran. And as for, the leak was fixed February 19th. And we got an adjustment on that. 520.44 in front of it.
Make a motion to approve the utility adjustment 913 South Water, in the amount of $520.44.
Second motion.
Okay, we got a motion second to approve, adjustment 913 South Water. Roll call please.
John,
Aye.
Dave,
Aye.
and Bob.
Utility customers, any requests, complaints, or questions? I have a comment, if nobody has anything. I've been approached by a couple of people that are interested in watering their lawn. And I told them I would bring it up for us to talk about. No motion, no thing about it, because one of them even said they need one of the, another meter, that's not gonna happen. But if you wanted to, I don't know how we can do this, I don't know if it'd be palatable for everybody, we're not read, I don't know if our new system will read it for somebody, they call and say, hey, I'm gonna water my lawn for the next hour and a half, would you run my meter or run my bill and see what it is, and call, shut up, I don't know what we will do, but they are gonna approach you guys about that, and it's something I don't know if the ordinance will allow it, or if the state board of accounts or utility board will allow us to do something like that, I'm not sure, but it's something that we may want to talk about.
There are things you can do. They have pool credits, there's sprinkler credits. The only thing I would suggest is talking to Mitchell about a rate study
Yeah.
because those things are not built in.
Okay. Speaking of that, you wanna bring that up now? or-
Next meeting.
Next meeting, okay. So, something that I wanna make sure you guys understand, somebody's gonna come and ask us. And I'm not against it, I'm not for it, I don't, it doesn't bother me either way.
Now, are they wanting to water their yard at no charge or with a charge?
With the charge, with no sewage.
Oh, no, okay. No, so that'd be the same thing as using it to fill a pool.
But the thing about it, might be cumbersome, I don't want our guys to have to run out there, read a meter, and go back out there 2 hours later, read a meter. There's gotta be a better way.
Yeah.
Better ways to just say no.
Well, they approach us,
Making something complex, something simple complex,
Yeah.
just tell them no.
well, they're gonna come up here and approach us, I'm just giving them a
Pray
warning.
to God, tell God, bring us some rain.
Well, I kinda thought that, it's been raining pretty good.
Just
But
remember, you get the rain, you gotta deal with the mud.
I'll leave my top down.
moving on.
You have a payment,
Anybody else?
you
Yes.
have a payment arrangement.
Oh, where's that? Okay, request for payment plan.
This one is for the adjustment we just did for 913 South Water. After this adjustment, her total owed is $459.62, and she's asking for a 10-month payment plan.
I'll make a motion to approve the utility payment plan for 913 South Water. The amount of $45.96 for 10 months.
Second that motion.
Got a motion for the payment plan for 913 South Water. Roll call, please.
John,
Aye.
Dave,
Aye.
and Bob.
Aye. Okay, let's move on. Public Works Project. Mr. Bradley Klein.
Good evening. The water treatment plant, I think we're just down to a few things. James, I haven't spoke with you about that, but, the contractor did make out, did all the grading and seeding, this week, so.
It looks pretty good. We got grass growth.
Good. I think we're just waiting on a dedication plaque and,
Dedication flag,
I think just some
just some rules.
minor touch-up painting inside the building, so I think for the most part, we're, I know Ken had emailed, I think you were were you copied on this?
Yes.
For the remaining amount of money,
Yes.
what we can do with that, I believe there's $17,000 left, so I didn't see a reply.
No.
Okay.
They're asking, tell them what they're asking to do with that, return to our water fund.
Right, okay.
For $17,000 left over, we're asking for them to, give the, remaining funds to our water fund.
We're just trying to get the approval, to get that 17,000 where it could be, where you.
Does that have anything to do with this? Cause I was gonna ask you about this.
Okay, so that's for the change order. No, I mean, it does, but it has nothing with remaining money.
Okay.
That's just the approval of the last, or the change order. So I believe like I said, we're waiting on the dedication plaque and, a few things for the contractor to touch up, and then we'll call that project completed. I did reach out to Viking again, and this is the same story, we're trying to get the fence, they were coming back in to touch up the tower itself. There's some things, but also the fence was damaged. I did reach out to Viking today, and they're just having a problem with R and C fence out of Fort Wayne returning the call, but if they can't do it, they just need to move on and get somebody else to do it, because we need to get the project closed out, so.
What about the roof on the shed?
The roof as well, yes. We did open bids for the CCMG 2026 last Monday. We only received one bid from Brooks, in the amount of $194,263. We did review those bids, everything is in order, so my recommendation is to, award to Brooks Construction, for those 3 streets that we bid out, so. And it is well under our, budget amount of $311,000, so. In addition to, I did talk to Brooks today, it looks like they'll be, they're gonna come in July and start this, so we'll get that wrapped up.
City meeting?
So we'll need to move on that. Accept the,
Well, I have a question.
Sure.
So typically we have an award letter, we have all that in place. What is going on with this project? Because it seems like it's off to me.
Which one?
the Brooks. So if we award it, where's our award letter from NDOT for this
So
project?
everything's been submitted, the mayor should receive a digital,
Yes, yes, I've already done it.
did you do that?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
From the, I know.
so I'm just not seeing this stuff.
Well, that is a problem.
Okay,
That is a
Sorry,
problem.
that went from myself to Ken to the mayor.
And that's why I kind of, today you got something from me. Yes,
Maybe something you should be involved in.
yes. It was signed and it's,
I haven't seen it back, so I apologize.
it's due and completed document.
Okay.
It's amazing that we do drop off certain people sometimes in our emails and so,
We'll get you in that chain to keep you in the loop.
I apologize. What other question you have about that?
that's it. I wanna see the paperwork from NDOT before I say, okay, go ahead. Cause I just don't wanna get stuck paying for something if we don't.
Well, technically, we don't have the award yet, correct?
Right, we don't have the, it's,
See, that's what I'm asking.
Therefore, I have-
Cause
I
it seems
have-
out of order.
yes, and I haven't set the notice to proceed until we get those funds in place, so.
All you're doing is proving the bid as it is.
Yeah, tonight's just awarding the bid, approving and awarding the bid.
And you had given us at one point a punch list for the tower project and for the plant project.
Yes.
Can we get an updated one that just says everything has been completed
Absolutely.
on each one of those? That would just help me close it out in my mind.
Okay, I sure will. I could give you a copy of what I have as far as where the
Yeah.
water plant has it.
That would be helpful.
I don't have a tower questions.
Okay.
What has been decided about the pumps that was taken?
So,
Cause that needed to be settled before the bids closed.
so before final payment is made,
Right.
yes, we will need to, that will need to be hashed out.
It's not gonna be anywhere near what we thought it was worth, but it's gonna be substantial. We don't
More.
know exactly.
We're kind of in the 10,000 range, that's versus, I believe they were asking or wanting to credit us $3,000. Well, that is what they credit us, 3,000, which we weren't in agreement with.
Well, the pumps gotta be worth something somewhere,
Yeah.
and that's what we need to go by.
Absolutely.
If they're saying they're worth 1,000 apiece or 10,000 apiece, then that's what we need to look at.
Yeah, to answer your question, I don't believe that's been resolved yet, officially. It's been discussed, but not officially. And it won't be until, we won't close the project out and make final payment until we do.
Anything else?
We need a motion on Brooks.
Yes.
Make a motion, we approve, selecting Brooks as the vendor.
And I'll second that motion.
John,
Aye.
Dave,
Aye.
and Bob.
Aye.
And lastly, the JCI contractor did come in, has backfilled and seeded that project, so Mayor, if you're good with that, I believe we're good to.
As soon as the black come in, we'll have an open house for the public to come and look at it.
So I'm good to email Amy and say approved.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
That's all I have, if you guys have anything for me.
No, thank you very much, Brad.
Thanks. Oh, no, I don't, that isn't all of it. Sorry. Most importantly, tomorrow,
Jeez.
E&D is mobilizing to start the saw cutting on Water Street.
Okay.
And I know there's gonna be some concern about parking. I did relay the information onto the contractor. I guess there's really no good answer. There's gonna be disruption on the street. What they normally do is they're gonna come in and saw cut. Next week, the pipe crew will come in, start putting in, the drains at, I believe, at 7th Street, between 7th and 8th Street. They're gonna reconstruct that. as well as the one down between Fifth and Fourth and Fifth Street. But from there, they'll work on sidewalks, so, I mean, there's gonna be some disruption, I mean, I guess we'll have to work through it.
You got 3 people staring at you right now, little Water Street.
If there's anything I can do to help you guys out with that, I mean, just let me know, and I'll relay it on the contractor,
Steak dinner.
say, okay, we'll get that for you.
There's the one right
And there's
Question.
another one. Yep,
In front of Cammy's,
yep,
are we doing that?
It's broke. I seen it today. There's grass growing up and it's broke.
Well, the idea is if we're doing sidewalks, we're gonna do all of them, and we're not.
yeah, I mean, we left that out, but we can certainly add that in if you guys want that done.
I prefer if we
Okay.
could. Just to prolong the life of the sidewalk, if we're gonna do it, we might as well
Yeah.
do all of
So
them.
it's a section from Cammy's back north,
Yeah.
that area, okay.
Where they stopped, they didn't even make it a handicap. It's got the ramp, but it don't have the handicap assessment.
Okay.
And
Okay. We'll get it done.
going down to Candy's Brad, it is broke.
Okay.
What we find out about Third Street and Sixth Street? Cause we still got the locates, they're saying they're doing sidewalks from Water to Main on Third
It was a mistake on their
and
part.
on Sixth.
So they're
Yeah.
still calling the locates in.
Yeah, I mean, it's still. I mean,
Are they or aren't they on Sixth? Cause we've got them on Sixth Street from Water all the way to Main.
I mean, it's,
on
it's,
the one
it's
side.
Fifth Street, that's the only.
Well, tell the goobers to quit calling
Yeah,
locates
I
in.
mean, they're obviously calling the same locates in wrong twice, so, cause I called them right after you guys had mentioned that, so.
There's gonna be some disruption, but sidewalks down Water Street will be nice someday.
Yep.
So, the next project we have to do, I'd like to work with you, is how we get a grant to do sidewalks on Main Street. I know it's, with CCMG, you have to do paving and sidewalks. Well, that doesn't make any sense for us, so how we need to talk about that, see if we can.
I mean, we can do a combination of brick reconstruction with paving, I mean, it's,
I'd like to see how much that costs, I'd
Yeah.
love to get into that reconstruction of 4 or 5 blocks of Main
Yeah.
Street, that'd be fantastic.
yeah, we just need to,
I know you got all on your plate, but let's talk about that for the
Okay.
future.
absolutely.
Any questions?
You need to come down and talk to me, please,
Okay.
because they've got the markers where we didn't think they were going that far,
Okay.
so please,
Yep, I'll come down tomorrow morning,
all right,
okay,
thank you.
thanks.
All right, thanks, Brad.
Right.
Okay, anything else? Move along. Street superintendent.
I'll go over this fairly quick. I didn't get you guys notes because of stuff we was doing, but for the most part, for the last 2 weeks, working on keeping up with mowing just our properties. We haven't started the abandoned properties yet. We've been working in the park. If you go down, you'll see where we're starting to brighten it up. We're painting some of the frames brighter colors instead of that green. We brought a new baby swing. Someone decided to take a knife to one and cut it up. It get it in today. The ball fields, we're working on the bleachers, getting them all painted up and back together, hopefully before ball season if this rain ever quits. One thing we need to talk about, he did finally send me a quote, but I didn't get it printed. All the road cuts from the water leaks that the city's had, there's 4 of them total. The quote for that, to do all 4 of them, that's coming road cutting it, putting 4 inches of binder, 2 inches of top on every one of them, that's $16,600. That's through Case Construction, that's the same company that fixed the big intersection at 9th and Gooley when we had that one big leak. But I just got that today, so if you guys wanna see the quote, I'll get it copied off tomorrow morning. The tractor that we had sent out the red line, I talked to them today, they're waiting on 2 bolts. So I don't know if they broke them when they took it apart or what, the 2 bolts, and it'll be done. He said hopefully by the end of the week. Brittany's got the quote on this, I gave you, well, I can't remember if I gave it to you, if I still got the email, but I know I talked to you about the pump on
Yeah.
Water Street. That's out. And I don't remember how much it was.
I don't know if it's on there or not.
I thought I brought it in.
We talked about it.
Yeah, it was in the office,
No,
but
okay.
I'll look and see.
honest, I know you said you thought it was cheaper than what we thought, and I can't remember now.
Does 17 sound right?
It wasn't that much. It was like
Twelve,
10,
so-
it was like 10 something.
Yeah, I don't know, I'm gonna say between 10 and 15. But they've already got it, that's the one.
$9,110.
How much?
$9,110.
And that's the third pump down at the main lift station on water. So right now, we're running on 2 pumps, but it's surprising with all this rain, it's keeping up, but it has, we haven't had no problems, other than the alarm wants to keep going off on the one that's out, but, I think other than that, that's all I have for the city part, unless you guys have something to question.
With the pump, I think we should move forward with that, don't you? Because
Yeah, who was it?
That was,
Ted Sims.
Ted Sims.
you had the amount.
He's the same one that fixed the one out at White Oaks. We ordered and had it all put in that same company.
And all the parts are in America,
Yeah.
Yes,
in Indy.
yeah, everything, the farthest he told me they'll have to go was either North or South Carolina for parts, but
That- I
the way he
think-
talked, they had them.
I think we need to move forward, John, with purchase, or, acquiring that pump that's ready to go.
I'll make a motion that we acquire the third pump for the primary plant, in the amount of $8,110.
I'll second that.
Just remember, which we talked about this, me and Brittany and Bob, that does not include them coming back and putting it in for us. So there will be additional charge where they come and took it out and hauled it off and then bringing it back and putting it in. So,
John,
Aye.
Dave,
Aye.
and Bob.
Thank you, John.
that it? Real quick on fire, 11 runs, 6 fire, 5 medical. The fire ones have all been, you guys have heard the storms for the last 2 weeks. All the equipment's in good shape, everything's going pretty good down there. Unless you guys got anything on the fire side, that's it.
Well, thank you guys for the
Thank
part.
you.
Well, thank you guys for working. The ball fields look really good. We cleaned underneath the bleachers and all that. Just don't-
Does look good.
And, hopefully we can. Yes.
Can we get the water hooked up for the garden so we're not, or get a hose to where Brittany's not having to come down and water when we get ready to plant?
So that's up to you guys.
Yes.
You tell us.
Yes.
Get up and-
We'll get that taken care of, right? Okay. He's shaking his head. Good luck.
Okay.
Neighbor across the street.
All right. Fire, the chief is.
I have his report. His son had a game. He said vehicle maintenance, Charger was repaired due to a cracked thermostat housing that was leaking coolant. Charger is back in service. Calls for service, total is 62, 7 assisting, and 1 arrest on a traffic stop. Personnel, Reserve Officer Dakota Enos has resigned from the department. A written resignation was requested but has not been received.
So they need to move on
Accepting his, unless you wanna wait for a letter.
the, no, so the chief said he's resigned or quit. Let's move on.
We have an effective date for it. Just make it today.
Would you have a badge and credentials from us?
Yes, I don't know exactly what he has, but I'm sure Colton's getting that back or already has.
May I ask another question, please? You as a reserve officer, don't we have a policy or an ordinance where you come aboard as a reserve officer, you sign a contract?
Not as a reserve,
Not
no.
as a reserve.
As a paid officer, yes.
Right.
See, the paid office, we have a lot of money invested in at that time. We have money invested in reserves, but it's kinda hard to sign a contract for a non-paid position.
Thank you.
Make a motion that we accept the resignation from Dakota Enos, effective today, April 28th.
I'll second that motion.
John,
Aye.
Dave,
Aye.
and Bob.
Aye.
I also have a quote for the charger while they were fixing, thermostat and all that. They found the front struts and front stab links need replaced. The total is $793.
So 2011.
Yes.
I'll make a motion to approve, $793 for the repair of the struts and stab links for the Charger.
Hold on, I was just verifying cost. I'm sorry about that.
You're fine.
I'll make a motion to, I'll second that motion. How about that?
Got a motion second to approve repair to the Charger. Roll call, please.
John,
Aye.
Dave,
Aye.
and Bob.
Aye. Anything else? Brian? Don't have anything except, I will address Mr. Summit now. I've given them under advisement. We're gonna kind of come up with a plan and see what we can do for people that wanna water their lawns and stuff like that. Not saying it's gonna happen, but I gave them a chance to either listen to you. If they say no, but there's ways, and there's ways that we can do this, and there's ways that, without getting a water meter. That'd be expensive.
Okay.
Because we can't dig a water meter, it has to be in the ground and everything, so we're gonna talk about it, and if they decide, probably next meeting, if they can do that, hopefully, I don't say hopefully it rains until then, but next meeting we'll have a decision on that.
I just hate to pay sewage rates to water my yard.
Got that. We get that.
Let's move along then. Attorney, do you have anything to that? Oh, good. All right. Okay, approval expenditures, the water fund in the amount of $25,647.89 from you for approval, so.
That's not what I have on mine.
For water?
You have to, can you repeat that dollar amount, please?
Yes, yeah, well,
Are you looking at waste or water?
this water fund's taken together, says 25,647, is it backwards?
No, it's short.
No, short.
Short
Two
about-
hundred and 56,478.89. But so that includes payments from our SRF loan to the vendor.
For the final on the
They're
water
included
plant.
in here, yeah.
Okay.
They're not final.
Well, eye surgery did not go very well. I wrote down.
I liked your number a lot better, to be very
Good
honest.
catch, please.
I
Thank
did.
you.
I'll make a motion in the amount of $256,000, or $256,478.89.
I'll second the motion.
Got a motion a second to approve the water fund. Roll call.
John,
Aye.
Dave,
Aye.
and Bob.
Aye. Let's see if I can get this one right. Wastewater, $6,092.07. Yes.
Much better number.
That's a great number.
I'll make a motion to approve the wastewater fund in the amount of $6,092.07.
Second that motion.
Roll call, please.
John,
Aye.
Dave,
Aye.
and Bob.
Okay. Any public general questions to the board?
Something, once they're done. if anyone wants to.
Anybody got anything? Questions from you guys? What's that? Whiteoaks, yes.
To put one meter out there instead of having individual meters,
Yes, sir.
because they're tearing up our meters,
Okay.
tearing up the meter bits.
I can tell you last week, me and James put a brand new ring and lid on, we went back there today and the ring's already broke for the pulling in trailers and trucks and.
What was it you guys found? We had one lady skip out on us.
No, not one.
Well, several.
I don't have a dollar amount, I can get that in the last couple of years. It's several thousand
It's
dollars.
over.
Oh, yeah.
We had shut-offs today, and out of the 16 we had at White Oaks, 3 of them are empty trailers now.
Mhm.
They just left,
Okay.
so.
Contract.
Which is what we did at Tamarack, we just put one meter.
Right. I'm just wondering what our agreement says with them.
I don't think we have anything with the new owners.
No.
We need to negotiate that, and I'd like for you gentlemen to sit in with us and do that. I would like to do this from the simple fact that we're spending probably 40% of our time repairing out there versus the rest of the city.
And it's not only that, we're out there,
Oh, right now, we're on rings and lids are on back order, and the one that we did have, we just put out there, was a new one that we finally got in, and they already broke it.
we've got a locates out there probably at least 5 to 10 a week,
At
if
least.
not more. We won't have to do any of that because it'll all be theirs. They'll have to locate their own lines, do all that when they're out there working.
No, I'm 100% for it. We should have done it a while ago. Should have done it a while ago.
I'm gonna contact him tomorrow, because I'm gonna be here tomorrow. Brittany's gonna make sure I call the new owners and we set up an appointment.
Okay.
And I'd like to set it, like, have several of you guys sit in and talk to them about this. It may not be, it may be a situation where the cost is gonna be so high, we're gonna be forced to do something.
Right. Will it require a special meter, I'm assuming?
Oh, yeah.
For the larger line,
Be like we
the
put out
service
there.
line? Yeah. Okay.
There's 2 different sizes.
It's a Mach 10 meter. It's a Mach 10 speed,
So the size, where's the size of it?
right here.
3, 6, 8.
The problem is with the 3-inch, which is their line,
Right.
they ran a 3-inch PVC line out there.
Of course they did.
So I really don't want to have to put on that line.
No.
I would rather
So
have
we've
to
got
put
a
on
choice.
8-inch line.
You'd rather have it here?
Yes.
Okay. So it's really making a determination on which one?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Well, then the cost will offset itself in a very short period of time.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We'll discuss this.
Yeah, and that's just a meter only, right?
Yes.
Do we need to talk about what it's gonna take to install?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, let's work on that,
Okay.
because I think really we need to do it to be consistent
Yeah.
across the board with any
Why don't you guys-
multi-housing project that we're doing in town. It really needs to be consistent. And that's,
That'll pay for itself.
Oh,
No
yes.
time number 2. Install everything, so.
why would I thought you were talking about this before?
We had and White Oaks fought back.
They didn't wanna do it.
Yeah, they were refusing. So I think what we're gonna have to do is what we did with Tamarack is sign draw up a contract giving them all their lines
Yes.
and then we just do it.
The only thing we'd be liable for then out there is our own lift station.
Which we're already.
Yeah, we're liable for that anyway.
Thank you, James.
Yeah, thanks, appreciate that.
Any other questions? Any questions from the board? Okay. If not, adjournment's in order and we'll reconvene at 67.